You're very welcome along to Pearse Stadium for this eagerly anticipated clash of Moycullen and Corofin. Barry is alongside me again here. Barry, this is a game that needs no introduction. We'll quickly run through the teams then. Moycullen, it is Andrew Dupere in goal, a full back line of Cian Dean. It is number 17 Conor Corcoran and number 4 Neil Mulcahy. Half back line then is Owen Kelly, David Wynne and number 7 Aidan Clafferty. Middle of the pitch then as well as Peter Cook, and it is Jared Davern. Middle half forward line then is number 10 Evan Kenny, Sean Kelly wearing number 23 alongside his brother Paul Kelly, and then the full forward line is Micheál O'Reilly, number 14 Neil Walsh and number 15 Daisy Keneally, who captains the side. The Corofin team is Bernard Power in goal, wearing number 21 will be Gavin Burke. At full back wearing number 17 will be Colin Brady. Dylan Wall, Dylan McHugh, Conor Cunningham and Kieran Malloy makes the half-back line. Middle of the field, Kieran Brady and Ronan Steed. And the half-forward line, Gary Sice, Jason Leonard and Dylan Brady. And full forward line, Tony Gill, Dylan Canny and Martin Farrer. And we are ready to go, Barry. This one needs no introduction. We're off under play and way straight away. But this is a huge, huge game, of course, the Championship. Two of the big three, we call it. And straight away, it's Kelly on the attack. Long ball in towards Keneally. Doesn't even give ourselves a chance to take a breath. You feel like it might be that type of game?
Yeah, they're two excellent sides, excellent footballing sides, and both will want to lay down a marker for where they are in their respective campaigns so far. And it'll be interesting to see exactly where the matchups go. I see straight away that Gavin Burke is on Daisy Keneally, but Kieran Malloy has gone back into the full back line, and I think it's Paul Kelly has gone to the full forward line for Moycullen, so it looks like Kieran Malloy will pick him up. Interesting to see how Peter Cook goes. See John Divley down in front of us. He'll be keeping a close eye on any potential Galway players, and Galway players are there at the moment to see what their form has shown, because they will expect those guys to stand out in their club championship.
Yeah, no, it's a number of players need no introduction for people that might necessarily watch Galway football week in, week out. There's a lot of players there that have worn the maroon, and even a few more that could potentially be involved as well. But Corofin on the attack. It's a mini drought really by Corofin standards. Beaten in the final last year by Montbellier, and of course then in the semi-final from the year before. But of course it was Montbellier that ended that Corofin reign, but they were pipped to the post in the final. But today's team at Moycullen, when they went on to win Frank Fox, and there's a huge array of talent in both camps. It's a game that we've got so many messages up and down the country from people with an eye on this, and certainly something to keep us out going here in perfect conditions here in Pearse Stadium. And one player out of that crew that's been mentioned that didn't wear maroon this year is Peter Cook there in the middle of the pitch, and what a quality footballer he is. He's had a fine championship campaign, maybe not quite rescued Moycullen against Hospital the first day around, but certainly a huge factor in them coming into the game. But he's a player I know personally. I'd love to see him wear maroon if possible this year.
Yeah, absolutely. He has huge attributes in terms of his kicking ability. He's deceptively quick, and he's very, very strong around the middle of the pitch and good in the air. So he has all the attributes that you need for modern day inter-county footballer. You know, it'll be interesting to see what his own, I suppose, what he wants to do himself with his own county career in 2023.
Clafferty now puts it to the line to Keneally, ducking and diving, forced back, plays the ball back. It's put a lot of pressure on over there, but they do well. David Wynne finds traffic out of no place. It gives it back here to Clafferty again, going through an almighty crowd. It's a massed Corofin defence at the moment, and they've just surrounded the ball like bees around a hive there at the moment. Those yellow shirts, those recognisable yellow shirts, just squeeze out. It's, of course, new management this year from Corofin as well. Kevin Johnson has come in. He's certainly big boots to fill after that long, successful reign previously, but he's already got the Division 1 league title here earlier on this year, and they've started with 2 victories in the championship. They're on the attack here again. Dylan Wall come through the line. It's a pop pass. It was I think it was meant in field. Might be resurrected, but Moycullen now break at blistering play. So O'Reilly now coming forward. Has to come in field. Plays the ball a little bit tight through the lines, but Mulcahy does well. He's got forward a lot. Of course, a very efficient man marker as well. Everyone talk about in the build-up to the All-Ireland, they reference that Sigerson victory for NUIG, where Sean Kelly was part of that full back line, but it was actually Mulcahy, his teammate, that had the man-marking duties on David Clifford at that day. Keneally now again. Oh, he's just intercepted there by Sice. He's another player that has a fine campaign, and looking a bit of hushy-pushy after that. I think we'll be brought forward. But Size seems to be rolling back the years as well. That game against Uachtarard, he shot the lights out. Steed going long, early down the line. This is dangerous attack. They're coming forward quickly. Dylan Kelly now cuts in field. He's got the wrong side. He's still going. 90 pressure goes for the punched effort. Has he squeezed it in? He has. It's taken just shy of 4 minutes. We've got over the mark. Corofin up the first point of the game. But the pace of that attack, you don't want to be disrespectful, but you almost have to tune your eyes in from the first game. That was blistering counter-attack. Yeah,
brilliant play. You go back probably all generations of the Corofin team there. Gary Sice turned it over, played a brilliant pass to Ronan Steed and outside of the right to Dylan Canny. So you kind of have 3 generations of Corofin footballers involved in the one move and the one score. And notably, they're getting plenty of bodies back. Kevin Johnson trying to put his stamp on things and just keeping Martin Farragher and Dylan Canny up top.
Moycullen now, can they unscrew this masked Corofin attack? They're going to run with it. Coming through the lines is Cian Dean. Corofin, pretty much everyone back aside from one. Certainly can well put up the heavy yards in terms of defensive duties as well. This is a bit more pace here coming now from Kelly, coming through. Owen Kelly this time, off to Peter Cook. It's going the long way around. Gets it back around the corner. The shot comes in here. It's a good shot from Paul Kelly, but it's dropped short, and Bernard Power gobbles that up, but he loses it. Gets a free in the end. But this game, if it keeps on going in this tempo, we'll have a struggle to keep up with it, because it has certainly lived up to the billing here in the first couple of minutes. 5 minutes gone. Corofin with the advantage. 1 point to no score. That Dylan Kelly effort. The first real, attack for Corofin, and they got off the mark straight away. They've pretty much just left Canny inside. Martin Farrer is a little bit deeper, but aside from that, it's pretty much a defensive, almost upside down U shape. You can see a line of players down the middle, and then each sides they come on through again. Now they found space. Slowly now up to the line. Malloy's on the shoulder if he wants it, but still going. Malloy gets it now, cuts in field. Some bonfire to such avail for Galway over the course of the year. Takes his time this time. Back towards Jason Leonard. Leonard now pops a pass infield. Comes through towards Ronan Steed. Now there's a little pace gone on the tempo, but out towards Jason Leonard now, and he likes to get forward. And he puts on the burners, running down the left wing here. Pops it inside. Pressure comes on, and on it goes. Still going through, and they've managed to find a pocket of space. Chip ball effort infield. This could be dangerous. There's runners off the shoulder. Dylan Kelly now gets on his left foot, and he strikes it gloriously over the bar. His and his side's second score of the game. But that's just a beautiful. We're right behind that, Gary. Just swung it over the bar.
Yeah, brilliant score. And again, Colin Brady involved in the build-up, and Colin Brady's a guy that'll be hoping to put his stamp on this Corofin team. Has been in and out of the team over the last number of years. No fault of his, but just due to the brilliant quality they've had. But he's starting games now, and he's having a real influence on the game. And again, Dylan Canny showing well inside.
Moycullen have done well from their own kick-out. We're under pressure initially, but are now moving at pace. And here comes Kelly. It's open country in front of him. He's looking for Keneally inside, but out towards Cook. Cook goes for a bomb. It's a big effort. It's just tailed to the right-hand side and wide. He'll be disappointed with that. To me, well, maybe me, not only about you. That's a difficult effort. For him, that's almost within scoring range.
Yeah, it was, but it is noticeable to see the speed that both teams are trying to get back and get defensive shapes in place. And, last attack, Moycullen had 14 behind the ball. Attack before that, Corofin had 14 behind the ball. So it's about who's going to show the most composure, and again, who has the players that are able to pick the pocket of each defence and try and get nice, tidy ball inside. So will Desi Keneally receive better ball, or will Dylan Canny receive better ball? So far, it's been Dylan Canny, but it's a long way to go yet.
Dylan Wall now pops the ball infield. On they go again, a little bit of a skip and a hop there. It comes up towards Cunningham again. Back towards Dylan Wall. A little bit of a slow. Conor Cunningham now. Out towards this side, towards Gavin Burke. That's a slow ball down towards Gary Sice. He gets a little bit of a nudge there. Cian Dean a little bit too eager. Corofin not wasting any time. And on they go, up through the lines now. Colin Brady now, infield. This could be dangerous. Tidy shot comes in, it's blocked, but Tony Gill gets it back at the second occasion. Back towards Jason Leonard. Will he take a shot? No. He's happy to pause and wait. Teasing the opposition. There is an option inside, but Farrer now swings it into the corner. The tight little ball into space, and the space being generated here. Come around their house. Back out towards Jason Leonard. They've pinned Moycullen back here. In the opening 8 minutes of action, Corofin leading by 2 points to no score. And certainly having a much more higher percentage of the football. in those opening 8 minutes. Now Ronan Steed has an acre in front of him. He likes to shoot normally from distance. Has he got it? No, it's out through towards the right hand side and wide. His side's first wide of the game. But he's another player, no more than Cook on the other end. He certainly has that in his reservoir as well.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. Paul Kelly has picked up Ronan Steed, so that's going to be an interesting battle and will have a big influence on who wins this game. But Corofin, when they do win ball, they're so good. They're sucking the opposition players out the pitch and being patient and then getting good ball inside. So Moycullen need to be careful not to overcommit to leaving space inside and letting Corofin get the quality ball in.
Sean Kelly now will have to battle for this. Does a clever bounce but loses it back. Brilliant Tigers defending over there. It's an almighty scrap. It's a ruck. I'd imagine it'll be a throw ball in a moment. It is indeed. You can see Desi Keneally is already into a lot of those battles so far. Paul Kelly battling for possession there. It'll be Jared Davern, I think it looks like he's going to line himself up. He's surrounded by Kieran Brady, so there's two heavyweights going for it. Up goes the ball. Punches both ways. Corofin look like they've just about done enough. They have the advantage of the free. But Leonard looks to try and spray it quickly over on the right-hand side. And on they go. There's a pocket of space in front of them if Corofin want to get through the lines quickly. Up towards Dylan Ball. He's hit with a crunching effort there. But he gets his free the second occasion. Big hit coming in over there. Gary Sice now. Very noticeable, both sides. Anytime they win a free, they're not happy to rest on their laurels. They're going quickly. Now Steed. It's a strange ball. He's asking a lot of Dylan Ball. He'll have to put the scampers on. I don't think he's going to do enough. He isn't. Unlike Steed.
Yeah, he's very good with the boot. He's usually extremely accurate. But just if you go back to the last play, it was two guys involved, and I think again with the change of management, with maybe one or two guys stepping away from the Corofin team, Conor Cunningham and Kieran Brady, like they've had such a role in the Corofin juggernaut and the Corofin success, but maybe never nailed down starting places on a consistent basis. And back to another guy who we mentioned, Colin Brady. So those three guys have loads of experience. They'll be looking to put their stamp on this new Corofin team.
Leonard now, again, seen a lot of ball in the opening 10 minutes. Happy to spray it back. We saw Corofin do this for large periods of the game, particularly that opening game against Oughterard here. Second half in particular, they held onto the ball for a huge percentage of the game. This time it's a little bit more direct. They know they need to try and get things up. Dylan McHugh coming forward. It's a ball inside towards Martin Farrer. Farrer now around the shoulder. Normally likes to take a shot, but this time he has to recycle back towards Tony Gill. The players just roll off the tongue here. Corofin are missing a couple of players, Liam Silk in particular, who has gone down south and he's working a venture, but the list of the squad depth is just something else for Corofin, isn't it really? Like other clubs just can't compare with that.
Yeah, they can't. I think Moycullen would argue that their panel is not far off as strong as Corofin's is now. But yeah, you're missing big players, Liam Silk, Dahi Burke maybe, and Dylan McHugh coming forward.
He's coming through, he's going to take the shot and he's going to nail it. 3 points for Corofin. They've made a good lively start here. They're starting to get their big names motoring as well. A lot of the big names there have touched a lot of ball, and the runners, you see that whether it be a Corofin under-8s team all the way through, the same style of play, change a little bit, but that third man running is still a huge part of their game.
Yeah, huge angles to their running, and you must say that they look in good shape. They look physically very, very fit, very strong. If you look at someone like Dylan Canny, he looks like he has bulked up quite a considerable amount. He's looking very fit, very strong. They're all bouncing off the ground, 3-0 up, 12 minutes gone. Moycullen just need to be careful that Corofin don't slip away from them. They get 5-6 points up. It's very difficult to pin that one back.
Owen Kelly now put on the burners, going to get it back. He's still going up through the heart of the Corofin defence, back towards Peter Cook. He's surely going to lie this one up. He does, and he nails it. We spoke about his shooting in the pre-match. Maybe he won a little bit earlier on, won to askew. But after 13 minutes, he's got his side with I want to go too strong, but a badly needed score at the same time. Yeah,
good to settle him down and good for Peter Cook. Kieran Brady's a guy that's picking him up. He needs to be tight on him because Peter likes to come across the line, particularly around the 45, get into a pocket of space, and he's not afraid to pull the trigger. And more often than not, he's very, very accurate with it. And in modern day football, it's very important to have a guy that can kick from distance. They're down one today in Owen Gallagher. We hope that his knee injury isn't too serious, so there's more responsibility going to fall on the shoulders of Peter Cook, but no better man for it.
Jason Leonard now with an arc boot on the outside of the right in towards Farr. What a catch! Caught it in absolute mid-air, takes in his advanced mark, plays it quickly now over to Colin Brady. Is he going to shoot? He is. Oh, it's a beautiful score. Perfect response to Cook's beautiful effort a couple of moments ago. 4 points to 1. 14 minutes gone. Good standard.
Great standard. 3 brilliant pieces of skill. Great kick in, great mark, quick thinking, and a brilliant score by Colin Brady. So, we spoke about the first game. There was great honesty, there was great endeavour, but this game just has that little bit more quality and a little bit more pace to it, and that's why both teams are in the top 3 favourites for county honours.
Up there now towards Cook again, looking to cut inside. He is making good ground here. He's on his wrong side, gets back towards Keneally, back towards Kelly, takes a shot. It's a good score. He scores. If this standard keeps going, Barry, we're in for one hell of a treat. 4 points to 2. But that's better for Moycullen. More what you expect. Hard running down the middle, and then a beautiful finish at the end.
Yeah, Cook, Keneally, Kelly. They're 3 names that are going to be really important to Moycullen, not just today but all year, and they have been extremely important to Moycullen in the last couple of years when they've been really, really successful. But again, you have to say Peter Cook, a guy that maybe has been away from football for a while, he's shown huge energy and huge power. Went past Kieran Brady, drove through, nice hand pass to Desi Keneally, Paul Kelly outside, and as I said, they look simple scores, but they have to do them really, really well.
Corofin now a little bit scrappy there. Almost soccer being played there, but Dylan Wall managed to find a pocket of space and drives forward himself. Still going with the football. His options are around him. Almost spoiled for choice. Eventually gets it over towards Dylan McHugh on the right wing. Again, more options. Back towards Wall. Wall now slowly. Gets back towards Dylan McHugh again. Up through the middle. Kieran Brady now. Again, he's almost looking for options. Is desperate, tackled on the ball, but he keeps his possession of the football. Leonard now gets it, runs through, heavy contact going in, but Sice will pick up the loose ball, sprays back towards Brady. Brady pops a nice pass off quickly through their hands. This is good play. Brady again takes a shot. Great save by the player. That would have been curtains. It would have been such a typical Corofin move. The quickest of hands, but an even better save in the end.
Yeah, Colin Brady's having a big influence on this thing, and it is, as you said, typical Corofin. He looked like he was about to pull the trigger for a score, but spotted that there was a goal opportunity. Quick hands, but a brilliant save by the Moycullen keeper, and that really, that could turn out to be a really, really important goal, a really, really important save for them.
Dylan Kelly will take the resultant 45 to try and extend his side's lead. More calls about cars. I hope you were parked. You were one okay. I know you were a bit later in. Did you get okay in the end?
Yeah, I'm okay. Traffic wasn't great, but parked up. Hopefully it's not clamped by the time I get back.
It'll certainly be worth it to see these scores as they come in thick and fast. But here comes Canny for the first time for a place ball effort. Oh, it's a beautiful effort. Up over the bar. 6 points to 2. 70 minutes gone, almost, here in Pearse Stadium. The sun starting to peek his way through. The sun is shining on the football gods as well. This is a great start to the game.
Yeah, huge quality. And again, it just shows, the quality Dylan Canny possesses when we know how good Jason Linnard is at those. But it looks, Dylan Canny came out and struck it with huge confidence.
Up to the middle of the pitch there, won quickly. They're not happy with things. They wanted to take that mark quickly. They'll get an extra couple of yards. Kelly now scoops a long one. Keneally tries to back around it, but Jason Linnard had come back very deep there. Looked like Keneally had just given the usual backside in and spin around. He was through in goal, but excellent work rate there by Leonard. Now comes up towards Kieran Malloy. Malloy takes in his time. They come out this side, up towards Colin Brady again. Is it a fine start to the game? We were told he started at fullback. I can tell you nothing for something. He's certainly not playing a fullback here tonight. He's almost advanced inside, but very dangerous.
No, but Corofin are playing fairly high-risk game. They're leaving Gavin Burke one-on-one inside with Desi Keneally. Gavin's an excellent defender, but we know how good Desi Keneally is. If Moycullen can try and break with a little bit more pace, it could leave them an opportunity to try and get Desi in space inside.
Paul Kelly now looking for play for a run himself, going through the hands very, very nicely there. Up towards Davernon, come through the line, he gets it back towards Kelly again. This is nice, tidy play. They're starting to make inroads here. Comes through the Lowndes. This is surely free if they want to come on for it. Comes through traffic, still going over there. Walsh has to come back. It's a beautiful strike. In the end, it's a glorious score. It comes on over through it. And I think it's David Wynn that comes on through. Struck a glorious effort with the left foot. Is good. We raved about some of the Corofin scores. It's Moycullen's third of the game, but it's as good as any.
Yeah, brilliant score by David Wynn. And Moycullen working the ball. Just a contrast in styles. Maybe Corofin look to kick it that little bit more. Moycullen looking to bring that pace that the Kellys have, and David Wynn working it through the hands. And when the ball came back to David Wynn, he wasn't slow in pulling the trigger, and a really, really good score. As I said, 5 points to 3, 8 points. They've all been 8 really, really good points, and it's well worth anyone that came in to see it or anyone that has bought the stream. It's good quality and really enjoyable.
It certainly is. Bernard Power gone long direct, tried to get it over there towards Dylan McHugh, but it'll break. And Corofin have a number of bodies there, almost spoiled for a choice, maybe a bit of a heavy hit coming on there, but on we go. Moycullen have men over here, they're streaming forward. On they go again here. O'Reilly coming around the corner, now it's coming through and he punches it over the bar. A quick score, Corofin probably won't be happy. They wanted that play to stop there. We're back towards a 1 point ball game. Moycullen have just sparked into life here in the last couple of moments.
Yeah, it was well won by Conor Cunningham. He showed, that he looks, in fairness to Conor Cunningham, he looks fit and he looks strong, and he won a great break there. It wasn't a great kick out by Bernie Power, but Corofin player did get a head knock, and they're the difficult ones for the ref. You have to put yourself in a position where, it looks like a head injury. Moycullen are pouring forward. He wasn't involved in the play anyway, so does he stop it or does he not stop it? But, that's a decision for the ref, and hopefully just that the Corofin player is okay.
Yeah, it's probably the first pause on any sort of momentum here after 20 minutes of action. Pretty much non-stop action, really. Both teams having a good go at each other. Yeah,
there was maybe a query of whether both teams would go at 100% or whether both teams would want to show their hand at this early in the championship, but obviously absolutely nothing being held back here, and as you said, it's a really high quality game, and as you see Cathal Silk warming up, it does show you the quality that's on that Corofin bench, and that they have plenty of guys to come in if the need be.
That is Dylan Brady, who was on the receiving end of that last bit of contact. He looks like thankfully he's up on his feet and ready to restart again, and I think Bernard Power might go a little bit more direct with this one. No, he's still looking for options, and then just puts the handbrake on and goes back towards again. This one, it's a lofted effort out the right wing. He's going to ask a lot of his teammates over there, but brilliant little play through around the corner there, and they've lost it again. Good turnover, and now on come Moycullen now up through the lines. Sean Kelly storming forward. It's a dangerous enough pass, but he's asking a lot of his own teammates there. Forced by numbers in the end. Colin Brady now coming forward. Doesn't have a lot in front of him, so he's forced back towards Size. Switches the point of the attack over to the right hand side. They've met halfway. McHugh now chips the effort down the right hand side. It's a little clip pass in from Gill. Goes over towards Farrer. Farrer now looking to take a run. He's making good ground here. Puts it back on his left. Strikes it. That's a glorious score. Out in the corner. Took his man on. Pure direct football. And a brilliant score.
Yeah, Colin Brady looked up. He didn't see much on. Recycled the ball. Good ball across. Gary Sykes opened up the whole pitch with one kick pass. Martin Farrer, excellent scores. So, again, that's the 10th point of the game, and each one as good as each other. So, really, really good score. And Corofin will be happy with that. They're able to find ball inside against this Moycullen defence.
First half that's absolutely flown by, just shy of 8 minutes to half time here. And the producers back in base will be as busy as anyone trying to cut out highlights from that game. They'll be spoiled for choice. Sean Kelly now on the attack straight away. Good turnover for Moycullen. And on they go. Charging forward here is Clafferty. Gets it off the line into traffic. Walsh is hit by a wall. Forced back. Moycullen have options there. They come back in field. It's Paul Kelly this time. He's a couple of players in front of him, and that's where he goes. Shot comes in. In the end, this one's going to tail out. It's our second wide of the game. Probably don't need to be taking shots from all the way out over there when they have such running ability down the middle of their team.
Yeah, again, that comes from experience, and it's just that taking the right option and being patient and being more composed. It was one that was a little bit rushed, probably just should have been recycled, but again, they'll be hoping that doesn't come back to cost them at the end of the game. But as I said, they're finding scoring opportunities, albeit a little bit differently to Corofin. But both teams, when they attack, they look dangerous.
Oh, into a wall there, but Corofin just about hold on to it. It makes his way back towards Steed. Quickly switches it out this time towards Cunningham. Out and turn towards Jason Leonard. Centre forward has touched a lot of the football here in the opening 24 minutes of action. Steed now, as he always likes to do, sprays a beautiful pass out towards Malloy, who loves to get forward. I think he's half eyeing this one up. He goes left, goes right, he's still going. Past the 45, still going. Has options all around him. Gives it towards McHugh. Two of them combined so brilliantly both in terms of defence and attack for Galway this year, but that's a sloppy hand pass there. It allows Moycullen to recycle it. Paul Kelly now with the ball in his hand. Down the line, a little bit slower now. And that's Mulcahy getting forward. But tempo just dipped last couple of moments. Making their way back. This is a bit more slow and more designed here from Moycullen. But now there's space as they break halfway. Coming forward. Back goes to Clafferty. Clafferty now in field. Down towards Keneally. A little bit quieter in the last couple of moments. But on he puts the burners. He's wrong side of his man. He's bearing down in goal. He punches it with the left. And he punches it over the bar. Beautiful, beautiful score. That's the type of player Desi Keneally is. He just gets the ball in a pocket of space and just pops it over the bar in the end.
Oh yeah, he's a dangerous forward, and what he lacks in size, he makes up for in movement. He's excellent inside forward. They just need to get more ball into him. When he does, he will score it.
Back to a 1-point ball game here. 5 minutes to go. Bernard Power has taken it quickly. Up towards Leonard. Down the line. Asking a lot there, but Brady does well. He's back in front. Here we go again. Kieran Brady again. 2 quick possessions, and of course Leonard. A little bit slow, a little bit of a hole here in proceedings. But Corofin holding on to the football, and as is ever team comfortable and holding on to possession, it is Corofin almost teasing with Moycullen here at the moment. Back towards Bernard Power. There's a huge acre of space if he wants to go for a little bit of a trot. On he goes. He's half thinking about it, but he says to hell with it, I'm going to keep going. Makes halfway. Pops the ball up towards Sice. Cuts in field. In field now to Kieran Brady. Brady now will switch it over to this side. To Colin Brady. Colin Brady, and there's a couple of Corofin players keeping the point of the attack so wide. Back towards Kieran Brady again. Sice now, left footed. Chip little ball in towards Farr. Farr now in through the line. This could be an eye the needle ball. It is. It's coming through. It's hand-pass it into the middle. It might be a bit too far. It's all the way recycled. Dylan Brady couldn't get it. He gets it at the second occasion. Back towards Dylan McHugh. He goes the long way around it and he nails it. A beautiful score. It might look like that move had gone, but they've just pulled it out of the fire. 2-point lead for Corofin.
Yeah, it's something Dylan McHugh has brought to his game. We know athletically he's developed hugely. Defensively, he's got his game really strong, but he's brought a scoring threat to his game as well, where when he does go up the pitch and gets the opportunity, he's not afraid to have a go. And that his conversion percentages are very, very high when he does have that shot. But again, as you said, Corofin keeping the play very, very wide, opened up an opportunity, and the more things change, the more things stay the same. It's a very typical Corofin way of attacking. Maybe they're changing other styles of their play, but in terms of keeping width, angles of running and open teams up, it's very much Corofin of old.
Paul Kelly down through the line, might have been touch on the ground. No play on his indication. Steed gets away with it. And the Corofin just make a turnover back towards Steed again. Up to towards Leonard. And quickly off the shoulder towards Cunningham. Down the right wing. Very notable how wide the inside Corofin forwards are going. Canny now almost just, it's like old Father Ted, mind that corner flag. He's hugging the touchline, I think, chalking their boots to quote another sport, but he's just stretching it to the absolute maximum. On we go again. Back towards Colin Brady. And if you could just see where Dylan Canny is off the ball, he's just all the way in the corner there, just keeping the attack as wide as possible. On goes down the left wing again, but it's a good overturn there. And it's Walsh. On towards Peter Cook. Scored a brilliant point earlier in the game, but haven't seen a lot of him in the last couple of moments. Striding forward down the right wing. He has options in field. He's still going. Back through the line again. Up towards Walsh. Now, here comes Keneally going through. He's still buzzing well through, and he hand-passes another one. Referee says too many steps, though. Score won't count. Still 7 points to 5, but you do feel like if they can get that pure old school, now it's very hard to do, particularly against such an opposition like this, but if they do run direct at them, that seems to be when they're most dangerous.
Yeah, it does, but it's always very difficult to defend that sort of a game, and Moycullen will count themselves a bit unlucky in that, but it just shows you again the importance of the football. Kieran Brady, who's having a fine game, ball turned over down the pitch, scoring chance. So against these quality teams, same at inter-county level, it's so important to hold possession because every turnover is a scoring chance.
Dylan Brady coming down in goal, takes a shot, and it's into the back of the net. Dupre did his best efforts to try and get it out, but just as we come near half time, He drives his way through, found the pocket of space, and finds the back of the net. Goal, the first one of the game. That'll be so important here. 1-7 to 5 points.
Yeah, they'll be very, very disappointed with that. Again, a free out, automatically down the pitch, scoring chance, and it was one that probably, when he looks back on it, probably should have been saved, and they'll be very disappointed with that.
What have they up their sleeve here just before half time? It's been the first half that, as we said, has absolutely flown by. But Moycullen, you feel, will need to get a couple of scores before half time just to try and kill the flow of momentum. Paul Kelly now looking to get his side forward. Corofin putting a little bit of pressure on over there. Okay, now under pressure. Corofin putting a very noticeable their work rate off the ball. But Moycullen have found a pocket of space. And on the go now with Owen Kelly coming forward. Just the 1 minute of added time to be added on here. We'll start that very, very shortly. Dylan Wall has nearly ran into the wall over there trying to get that ball. It's Moycullen. Sideline ball, they've taken it quickly. On they go. But a minute and a half of play left here in the first half. Corofin have just about put a bit of daylight between the sides with that Dylan Brady goal. But what have Moycullen up their sleeves before half time? On they come again. Walsh cutting in field. Back around the corner. Keeping possession, edging forward all the time. Clafferty coming forward. Back towards Cook. Again. Every time he gets the ball, you think he's going to line up a shot, but he's running away from goal this time. Pops a nice ball off the shoulder there. Coming forward is Corcoran. He's still going. Tries to get through. It's Cook a little bit in close to goal. It's a shot. It's a penalty. No, referee has given the penalty. He took his time. He waited and he waited, but the hands went out in the end. We said it, Moycullen needed something big before half time. What an opportunity this is.
Yeah, exactly. We said that, and they've got it, and you have to give credit. Go back a couple of plays. Peter Cook looked like he had the opportunity to shoot. It wasn't on. Took his time, recycled. Moycullen went down, as you said, brought that pace to it, injected a little bit of pace, and I don't think there's any doubt it was a penalty. They now have to convert it, and I see Don Connellan has looked for Tom Clark, former Knockmore footballer, to come down and warm up, so we might see him in the second half, but that might change if Desi Keneally can convert this penalty.
You know, Keneally, the team captain, is going to take on Bernard Power. A big moment of the game because it'll be full half-time even after this strike. Here comes Keneally. He strikes it. Oh, what a save by Power. What a save out of the expense of a 45. Maybe not the best penalty in the world, but Power stood strong and put it out behind.
Yeah, Des, he'd be disappointed with that one. Good height for Bernie Power. He's good on penalties. He got down low, pushed it away in 45. They'll be very disappointed if they don't get anything from this, so a bit of pressure on Peter Cook for this one.
Here comes Cook from the 45. Looking to get his second score of the game. Well, we thought the penalty might be the last one of the first half. This will certainly be the last moment, you feel. Cook now from the 45. For probably is a badly needed score from Moycullen before the sides go in at the break. Here comes Cook. He strikes it. It's a good connection, but it's tailing off. Oh, it just about squeezes away in off the left-hand side, upright, over the bar. There goes the half-time whistle. 6 points to 1-7. Breathlessly taken, exciting game of football. Standard is top-notch, as you would expect at times, and certainly in terms of score and prowess. But that penalty miss, how big of a moment will that be over the course of the game?
Yeah, obviously big, but I think it's important that they did get a score, and Peter Cook struck it really well. It looked like it was tailing to the left, but it just caught the inside of the post and put it over the bar. So that was an important score for them. You know, we did say Corofin had a good start, doing 3 points to no score up. Moycullen came back into it, but they will be disappointed to concede that goal. But it still is all to play for. You know, neither team look like they're completely dominant, and you know, Corofin will be happier to be going in at half time 4 points up, but they'll know they're still going to be in with a huge battle in the second half. And you know, it's a high quality game. As we said, the ball is so important. Both teams are keeping it because they know, give it away, the other team is going to create a scoring chance, and the way things are going, more often than not they convert it. So you know, big game, big second half to come.
Yeah, hugely exciting second half you feel to come. But here at the break, where we'll leave you with some half-time highlights, and there's certainly been a good few of those. It's Corofin with the advantage. That Dylan Brady goal is a big moment of the game, and it ensures that Corofin are leading Moycullen by 1-7 to 6 points at the break. We'll be back very, very shortly for the second half. Welcome back to Pearse Stadium. All the talk at half-time, Barry, is people admiring the scores. They're probably admiring, I heard a couple of people reference that Moycullen point just before the move that led to Brady's goal. It's a game changer no matter what. Corofin leading by 7 to 6 points at the break. But, you know, I suppose games between, when you have two evenly matched sides like you have, every little moment is scrutinised beyond death. But it was a big moment in the game, no doubt.
Yeah, a huge moment in the game. And, you know, it's high quality, but maybe a little bit cagey. Both teams not fully committing yet. But, you know, Moycullen will be a little bit disappointed. 6 points isn't a great return from a team of their quality, but we know they're missing one of their, probably maybe their best forward in Owen Gallagher. You know, I think he kicked 5 from play the last day, so he's a huge loss to them. They haven't. Peter Cook got a good score, but maybe hasn't found himself in the good opportunity or found himself in pockets of space to get even more scores. But yeah, look, Corofin will be happy. It's not the highest scoring game in the world, but all of the scores are very, very good quality. And yeah, from chatting to people at half time, everyone very, very happy that they've come and watched a high quality game and expecting even more in the second half. You know, Corofin are 4 up. They generally don't tend to lose leads that they're 4 up, so you know Moycullen will have to really come at it and try and attack them early and you know close that gap within the first 10-12 minutes and not allow Corofin just see out the game, which we've seen them do for years and years and years.
The other big moment was obviously the obvious one, the penalty. Dessie Keneally, maybe not the best penalty in the world, but Power did enough to get his big, two strong hands behind it. That would have been a whole different team talk had that gone in at half time. Yeah,
Dessie's an excellent penalty taker. We've seen him hit some really good quality ones over the last couple of years, but when he sits down on Tuesday night at training and looks at it, you know, he'll realise it wasn't the best one he's ever struck. And allied to that, Corofin getting a soft goal, it's a big turnaround in the game, and it's probably where the 4 points have come for Corofin. So, you know, Moycullen will be saying that they're well in it, they've a huge chance. You know, they need to get scores and get scores early, and maybe get the likes of Paul Kelly into more shooting positions, the likes of Peter Cook into more shooting positions, and hopefully they'll be looking for Sean Kelly maybe to attack a little bit more. So still all to play for. Kevin Johnson and his management team will be the happier at half time, but John Kennellan will certainly know they've plenty of opportunities to try and close this gap and go on and win the game.
Ronan Leonard must be the last one getting the queue to the toilet or something at half time. He's eventually made his way out here. I think that is the full complement, and we'll be back ready to start the second half here. Any second now, and indeed, referee is just going through both stop clocks, ensuring that the timers are all good, and we'll be almost ready to go. And let's hope it's more of the same, please. Up we go, and we're off again for the second half. And Peter Cook wins that strongly straight away, driving forward. On he goes, puts a long ball quickly in towards Keneally. He goes the wrong side, but he's able to maybe foul. No, play on is the call. Battling for possession over there. Keneally picks it up at the second occasion. They spray the ball infield. Trying to just change the point of the attack here. Coming forward. Through towards Owen Kelly now off the shoulder. Back towards Paul Kelly. Paul Kelly, not usually a shooter, so looking for options from a little bit further behind him. Darvernon now. A little bit slowly. They're trying to reset from this attack. Corker now puts the ball down the line. Up towards Walsh, who might have been touched on the ground. Play on is the call. Peter Cook was half given the option on the loop, but it's gone back over there to Sean Kelly. Puts it out on the right hand side. We're on the attack again here now with Walsh. Making forward now off to Keneally. Keneally back on the left. Good block there, but it might still break. Skips around. This could open up. Mackay is coming through. Comes on through, gets it back towards Kelly. Kelly around the house, puts a big loop and hand pass over this side. Coming through here now, Owen Kelly. He's gone the long way around, scoops it back in field. Shot comes in the end. It's O'Reilly. It's over the bar. Moycullen got the score that they needed. Back to that goal, the difference between the sides. But you can see straight away that there's just a bit more tempo to them.
Yeah, if you go back to the start again, Peter Cook, second one, wins the throw in, and that's so important in modern day football. They put a huge emphasis on being the first team to attack, and Peter Cook gave them a great platform. Brilliant block down by Gavin Burke in the lead up to it, but Moycullen were very, very patient, you know, built it up and puts Moycullen 3 points, 3 points down, and brilliant turnover there.
Yeah, Gary Seiss looked like he was straight through and goal there. I'm not sure, did he trip or whatever? Was he helped? But either way, Moycullen get the ball back. A couple of looks back from Corofin players, but on the go. Sean Kelly now driving forward with the football. So runs between NUIG and Galway this year have been so powerful. That's a clever little ball down the line. Keneally now. Almost scored a couple of moments ago, but they better back in here now again. Through the lines again, back towards Sean Kelly. Takes a shot at goal, and he gets it. 2 quick fire. Moycullen scores. They're ticking along nicely now in the second half. 2 minutes gone. Back to 2 points between them. Yeah,
Don Connellan would have been putting a huge focus on Moycullen at half time, saying that they needed a good start, and Sean Kelly has now put the money 2 back, and he'll be looking to get a little bit more involved in the game. But even when you mentioned his run for NUIG, but some of those guys have had huge years and really long years, and it's very difficult for them to keep the standard of play up that they've been used to all year.
Dangerous ball in and behind, but it's good defending over there. I think it's one in the end over there, and Owen Kelly had come back to mind the house there. And on comes Neil Mackay with the ball.
Replaced Evan O'Kelly.
So that's a change, confirmation then. Thomas Kelly is on, replacing Evan Kenny from Moycullen. There's one change there in the second half. And on they come again, in through the lines. It's O'Reilly coming forward, Peter Cook now coming forward here. Looking to cut in field. He's on his left. He strikes it outside to the right. It'd be ambitious effort, but it's bread and butter to Bernard Power. It's in fact Tom Clark who has been introduced. So gone for experience there. You mentioned in the first half, are you warming up? He's a big player to bring off the bench.
Yeah, he was very, very important for them in their run into winning the county final. Good midfielder, plenty of experience with Knockmore, now living in Galway, and a good acquisition for Moycullen. And he's a big player for them, and they'll be expecting him to make an impact around the middle of the pitch.
Corofin now, a little bit slow, a little more laboured, but still holding possession of the football. Colin Brennan now, Brady even now comes through up towards Farrer there, puts it off quickly, back towards Brady again. Going through the hands Brady quickly. Leonard slowly does it, keeping possession. Moycullen have a lot of men behind the ball. So Corofin does playing in front of them. Out over here to Conor Cunningham. Has a bit of space in front of him if he wants to go for a run. His options all around him. Goes back here towards Dylan Brady, the goal scorer early in the first half. That comes around here with Dylan Wall. Again, they go to a certain point, and then they cut back in. If there's one thing that you'll see maybe the difference between Corofin and yesteryear is they do a lot of this on switching the point of contact. It seems to be something you'll watch probably Steve now switch it over the far side. This is what they do a lot under Johnson from the limited sample size that we've seen so far with him.
Yeah, he seems to be putting a little bit more patience in what they're trying to do, and looking for opportunities in which they got home. Brilliant play, brilliant ball in by Dylan McHugh. We've seen the advanced mark come in for a little bit of scrutiny. Personally, I think it's a really good rule in the game.
There's the big man again.
Yeah. I think when you kick a ball in of quality like that and you have the ability to come and win it, then you deserve a reward. Unfortunately for Corofin, Kieran Brady kicks it to the left and right. But, overall, Moycullen will be very happy in that they're keeping the likes of Gary Seiss, although he's having an influence in the game, hasn't been scoring a huge amount, and they'll be happy enough that they can keep that, if they can keep that up. I think Tom Clark seems to have gone to the wing forward position, which is unusual for him, but it looks like he's doing a job in tracking Dylan McHugh, because I think he was causing problems for Moycullen in the first half. But it'd be interesting to see where number 3, he certainly won't play full back, but Ian Burke looks like he's about to enter the fray.
Dangerous ball in here. Corofin might break for them, but it's been held up. Back towards Brady. He's having a little bit of bother getting it up, but he does. Cuts in field now. He's under a lot of pressure. Too many steps, I think was the indication there from the referee. So, good turnover there from Moycullen. They take it quickly. Back to the goalkeeper at Puer. Got a big save earlier in the first half. Probably disappointed with the Brady goal, but on come Moycullen again. Running through the lines now. Corcoran now up through. This is more better now from Moycullen, coming at a bit more pace. Still the way they come on through. David Wynn coming through. As he got a free, he has 2 bodies end up on the floor. This is very scoreable. Not quite sure will they go for Cook or Keneally from this one. Spoiled for choices. I think it's going to be Keneally. Cook is staying out in the middle of the pitch. So Keneally now the chance to make this a 1-point ball game. The shy 7 minutes gone in the second half. keep it all very, very entertaining affair. Keneally makes no mistake over the black spot. It's a 1-point game. It's about as much as we could ask for.
Yeah, bread and butter to Desi Keneally, but I think Corofin are just disappointed that ball isn't sticking when they get it to the full forward line. I would imagine that's why Ian Burke has entered the fray, and it's Tony Gill who's making way. So Ian Burke will obviously go straight into full forward. That's his most natural position. I'm not sure, Tony Gill plays a lot of football for Corofin in the forwards. I think for Galway he was a more natural centre back. It might be something that they might look at further down the line, as in where's his best position for the future of Corofin.
Yeah, so Ian Burke will hopefully be a stat that'll be corrected later on this year, but he's Galway's last All-Star, wearing number 20 or wearing number 3 even, battling for possession straight away. But it's Moycullen who've overturned that. Okay, now it's a good scooped hand pass down the line over there, up towards Keneally again. He goes first time with this one. It's high. It's over the bar. A wonderful, wonderful score. We're back level pegging, Barry.
Yeah, I said it at half time that Doncanellan they'd want to be back level at around the 12-minute mark, not to allow Corofin see the game out. They've got it and they've done it inside 8 minutes. They'll be absolutely delighted with that. They've all the momentum. They just need to keep it up now. We saw in the first game how quickly momentum can shift. At the moment, it's all with Moycullen. They just need to put pressure on, and if they can get 1 ahead, 2 ahead, then Corofin are really going to have to come out of their shell a little bit.
First time the sides are level. Corofin racing to that 3-point lead early in the half and have held the lead all the way through, right until that wonderful score from Keneally. Looking to try and correct that. Burke straight away into proceedings. Corofin now, they imagine they will hold this ball till they're very, very comfortable with it. Cunningham now pops a pass over this side, gets it back, edging forward. Nobody really behind him, so he's going forward. Infield towards Dylan McHugh. McHugh now, well, it's not the greatest pass in the world, but Ronan Street will be able to come back and pick it up unattended pretty much. Strange lull in the game for a game that's so competitive and so even. This one we thought might be a little cagey, but Ian Burke now, what is he up his locker? Great to see him back. He goes run. He takes a shot. Will he get it? Of course he does. That's what Ian Burke does in a nutshell.
Yeah, he's a quality footballer. He's a quality forward, and Corofin will be hoping that he has a big influence on the game. I expect him to go to full forward. Looks like he's operating out the pitch, leaving Martin Farrer. Gary Sykes looks like he's operating inside. But, brilliant win by Ian Burke. That typical Ian Burke jink came onto his right foot and from nearly 40 metres stroked it over the bar. So, brilliant score, great injection for Corofin.
So, Corofin quickly back in the lead, but Moycullen looking for an instant response. Clafferty now coming through the line. A lot, Corofin. Bodies dive on it left, right and centre. Leonard picks up the breaking ball. Quickly out to Canny. And then over towards Brady. Puts the ball outside of the right in towards Farrer. He might get it on the second occasion. He does, and he's turned his man. He's breaking down in goal. Looking, scoops the ball in. Might have been fouled. Play on is the call. And a good turnover from Moycullen. They're starting to get a grip of just what I say like that. Dylan McHugh gets a good turnover his own. That's a pull down. I think Sean Kelly might be getting a couple of moments of instructions off the referee there. No, he's just saying enough is enough. But it is a very scoreable free. Gary Sykes looks like he's lining this one up. And he is indeed. He's just inside the 45, dead central. You would imagine it'll be bread and butter to his locker. Haven't seen him score to date yet, but has had a fine campaign so far. Strikes it left-footed. No mistake. Over the bar. And Corofin, in the blink of an eye, back 2 points in front.
Yeah, again, experience, no panic. Kept the ball, and unfortunately for Moycullen, I don't think Sean Kelly can have too many complaints. It was a free, just a bit sloppy from Moycullen, but one player we haven't seen a huge amount of is Kieran Malloy. He's doing a very big defensive role on Neil Walsh. Now Neil Walsh hasn't done a huge amount either, but Corofin will be hoping maybe Kieran Malloy can come into the game a little bit more.
Great catch there, but I think they might have just about kept it in. No, it's held out over there on the far line, despite the best efforts of Paul Kelly. Bit of pushing and shoving going on over there. Much ado but nothing. He'll restart with a Dylan Wall sideline. He takes it quickly up towards Ian Burke, making an instant impact into the game. Corofin now break down the middle. Back inside again. Calvin Burke. Kieran Malloy is ahead of this runner here as they come forward. But it's just gone through en masse. Out they come the left wing. Chipped effort in again towards Size. Size picks it up. They come back around on the right foot. Dummy solo back on the left. Strikes it. It's out towards the left-hand side and wide. Not a lot of wides for Corofin, the third of the game. Size, that's just a beautiful little dummy there to get back on the good foot.
Yeah, for a guy, he's 38 years old. His pace, he still has loads of pace. His movement is very good. Brilliant dummy, got onto the left, and so you would expect Gary Sice to score those ones, even though it was difficult. But again, Ian Burke backed a couple of plays. Ian Burke having a big influence on it. Dylan Wall went for a really risky sideline and did really well to find Ian Burke, and the play built from there. So look, Gary Sice now operating inside, with Martin Farrer, and Corofin will be looking to, or with Dylan Canny, and Corofin will be looking to get ball inside to them as quick as they can.
Referee isn't happy with the placement of that Moycullen free, so they'll have to do take two. And David Rinn almost repeat the act. Plays the ball in field there towards Davernon. Gives it back towards Wynn. He's coming forward. A little bit of a slow lull into proceedings, but on they go again. Now Keneally will put on a bit of pace, you feel. Cuts back on the left. Still going back. Strikes it on the left. Has it enough? It does. It's a glorious score. Just swings the mini bit of momentum back in their favour again. They probably needed that score as well after that Corofin couple of scores in a row. But Keneally, you give him the ball and he's going to score. Yeah,
excellent. Just able to find space brilliantly, left or right. Just what you're looking for in a really good corner forward. And his movement is economical in that he's over and back those 10-15 metre runs just to get himself into space. He gets on the ball and he's very difficult to mark. It looks like Dylan Wall has picked him up. Dylan Wall has picked him up at the moment.
Ian Burke now quickly over towards Kieran Malloy, back towards Martin Farrer. Down the line again, looks like he fancies a shot. He does. He hits it high. Has it enough? No, it's another Corofin wide. We're starting to rack those up in the last couple of moments. So still remains a 1-point ball game. 14 minutes gone in the second half here. Game very much yet to be decided. It's of course two of the powerhouses of Galway Club football. They're tied together in Group A. Both have perfect starts so far. Something's going to have to give at the moment. It's the league champions Corofin with that advantage. But here comes Sean Kelly burning his way down through and goal. He gives it to Clark. Clark's only into proceedings. He comes through, passes across the goal. Is it punched in? It is punched in. A huge goal there from Moycullen. They've answered in perfect response. Big moment in the game. They didn't get one from the penalty spot, but they got one through there. Kelly towards Clark, across the ball into the goal, and boom, game on.
How often have we seen Sean Kelly power down the middle of a defence, coming from full back? He's really almost impossible to stop. He has such athleticism, such pace, such power. Perfect hand pass to Tom Kelly, Tom Clark. It left Dylan McHugh just reaching forward. One of those ones off the fingertips. Tom Clark did really well to put it across the face of the goal. And it's really what the game needed, just to spark it to life. We were seeing real quality, but maybe not a huge amount of pace. This is going to really open it up now.
When you saw Kelly striding down there with a little bit of pace, this means danger.
Yeah, you've seen it for NUIG, you've seen it for Galway. He just has that ability to glide away from players, leave players in his wake. And as I said, brilliant footballer as well, and takes the right option.
Corofin now, what are they up the sleeve? They've nothing, because that's an turnover here from Moycullen. They're coming charging forward with the football. They need to try and close this one out. Get in field, they have managed that. Oh, it's a sloppy pass. It leaves a lot of Keneally, and he's just been forced out of it there. Ronan Steed coming forward. Corofin now, what are they up the sleeve? For the first time, it's Moycullen in the lead here. And Dylan McHugh even, coming flying forward up towards Farrer. Hand passes back, but it's sloppy. Half a turnover, but Farrer gets it up on the second occasion, on the 45. Ronan Steed now, playing playmaker up towards Cunningham. Cunningham now driving his way through, and he's found a pocket of space. He's still going. Gives it back towards Sice. Sice turns around, swings it over the bar. An instant response from a classy team.
Oh yeah, you have to say, but again it goes back to that what we talked about in the first half, where the ball is so important. Owen Kelly going down the wing, looked for the hand pass inside to Paul, overcooked the hand pass. Corofin turned it over, and it took a couple of plays down the pitch, but they end up getting a score from it. And I think Paul Kelly will be having a few words with his brother over the cup of tea this evening.
Substitution here now for Corofin. They have introduced a player into proceedings. It's Dylan Brady who is made way, and it is Carl Silk who has been introduced in proceedings. Moycullen making a lot of hard work out of that kick out. They've got through eventually, but they were playing with fire there. Just a 1 point ball game here. Again, it's dangerous, but they're happy to do it. They lose the ball, they get it back again. Leonard putting a lot of pressure on. It's up towards Kelly. So important in that goal a couple of moments ago. Big score, and he's off again. Pressure comes in there from Dylan Wall. No free given. A big hit comes in at the end. Still play on. Ian Burke picks up the loose ball. Might have been a free on both sides there. Certainly got the crowd into life. Ian Burke now pops a little hand pass down the line. Coming through here now is Colin Brady, and ref has just, I'm not sure if this is balancing off the axe here as well. There's a bit of confusion in the last couple of decisions, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think he probably realised that Sean Kelly was fouled previously, and wanted to balance up the books a little bit. But again, you know, the importance of Sean Kelly to the Moycullen team just drives out constantly with the ball, and a huge figure. And I must say, Owen Kelly's having a huge game as well. He's carrying a huge amount of ball out of the defence.
Yeah, so Moycullen not wasting any time. Got another one. They've gained about 10 yards. Happy now. They might even, Peter Cook, will he fancy this one? It's a long way out. But looks like Cook is going to take a swing at this one. Dead centre of the pitch. Puts it down on the floor. Trying to extend his side's lead. 19 minutes of action here in Pearse Stadium. His side have turned things around. They lead by a point. And what is Cook? This one would be a monster of a hit. We saw Johnny Heaney score some monster of efforts from place balls earlier on, but this one is, it's almost like in small ball territory. It's that far out. Here comes Cook off the floor. He strikes it. It's going to hang in around towards the right hand side. Can anyone keep it in? It's hung up and out for a wide. Just a little bit too far out, I think.
It was ambitious. It was about 55 metres out. He hasn't been hugely in the game in the last 10 minutes. Peter Cook, Kieran Brady doing a good job curtailing his influence. You know, and again, Moycullen, when they coming down into the last 10 minutes, they'll be looking for Peter Cook just to get on the ball a little bit more, maybe create a couple of scores that might get them over the line.
Corofin now with Conor Cunningham coming forward up towards Jason Leonard, out the right wing, so he has to go infield. Oh, just had to scoop that one away, and scooped it over the line. That's a Moycullen sideline ball. Sean Kelly will have to go back a couple of yards, I feel. Either way, he might pass it backwards. No, still looking for options. Does go back. And on come Moycullen again. And on they go with O'Rahilly. Again, another player that's had a fine game. On come they again, ups the charge the way through. It's David Wyrne coming forward. It's it back now. And on they go again. Darvernon over on the right hand side. Bit slow, but they're keeping possession of the ball. Desi Keneally has it again. Bounces off a couple of tackles, goes back on the right, swings it on the right. Oh, what a score. Might be the best of his lot, and he's had quite a collection today. What's a 2-point advantage for his side? Yeah,
he's causing Corofin all sorts of problems. Every time he gets on the ball, he's able to evade Corofin defenders, and he's looking to score, and he's the quality forward on show at the moment, and he's the real difference between the teams.
His 5th point of the game, and that's as good as the lot he's got. Power now goes short, up towards Steed. Taking the time, Moycullen. A wall of green shirts in front of us here on the halfway line. So Corofin back towards Kieran Malloy. Haven't seen a lot of him so far, but a bit more of a defensive role. Cuts in field. This is more like the wee weakness for him. He's pulled down. Gets up quickly. Knows he needs to get things moving. Going to leave it to Steed, who's pretty much, in effect, their quarterback for large periods of the game. Goes backwards with this one. Happy just to recycle proceedings. Up towards Cunningham. Cunningham now striding forward. He's encouraged to get forward. Now up towards Dylan McHugh, another player that loves to get forward and bomb forward, and that's where he's going. Down the middle. Is he fouled? He's on the floor, but he gets up. Ball scoops up, and then the free is given. Bit of protest, but looked like a fairly easy decision in the end there.
Yeah, I don't think the foul was initially on Dylan McHugh. I think that was a good bit of defending. I think it was recycled. Dylan Wall was on the ball. I think maybe Sean Kelly came in a little bit frontal, which took Dylan McHugh out of it. But it gives Corofin a chance. Just in terms of Corofin, I think Kieran Malloy, I mentioned this earlier, needs to come into the game a little bit more. He has been playing back in his full back line. If I was them, I'd try and push him towards the half back line, or even maybe push him to midfield if they have enough defenders, if they can get enough bodies back. He has gone on Niall Walsh. He's done a really, really good job on Niall Walsh, but I think for them they need to bring a bit more energy into it. 2 down with 8 minutes to go, still loads of time, but I think he can be an influence that will get them back into it. And if Gary Sice gets this, it's only 1 in it. Looks like Matthew Cooley's coming on, and we've seen what he can do for Galway over the last couple of years. Again, he'll bring energy to the Corofin team.
Here comes Sice. Imagine he will nail it. He does indeed. Back to a 1-point ball game. And as I said, waiting for Cooley to come on here. But a game that we thought would be tight is very much living up to the act here in Pearse Stadium, and this top of the table Group A clash. The player goes long with this one. It goes over the crowd of bodies. And on they go. Ooh, referee isn't happy. Paul Kelly is livid because he had a huge amount of green space in front of them as he went to get forward there. But forced back to reset proceedings. They go down the right-hand side this time. Davern and back towards Wynne.
David Wynne has had a very good game as well. He's carried a huge amount of ball out of that Moycullen defence and has taken the fight to Corofin at every opportunity.
Davern again. Oh, he might have wanted to play on there. Either way, we come back, we come. It'll be a free that won't be a lot of use to him because it's all the way over on the sideline there. I don't think you can take a shot at this one. They'll have to go back and try and recycle. They've taken it quickly. Maybe not from the correct spot, but on they go. Strange lull in proceedings. Both teams go into the last couple of minutes of the game here with just a point between them. Cullen now on the attack again. Nice loop across. Desi Keneally. Say no more.
Yeah, he's given a masterful display. He's huge leadership. That's why he's the captain of Moycullen. He's a brilliant player, brilliant forward, and Corofin just can't get a handle on him whatsoever.
Certainly the standout player here, and there's been a lot of good performances from both sides. A lot of talent on show. But Keneally, the best of the lot for me so far. It's 6 points of the game. He's put his side 2 points in front. Dylan McHugh now. Getting the gas works on, but goes through. Is forced back towards Ian Burke. Ian Burke thought when he came on he might have played a little bit closer to goal, but he's in this sort of half forward line. Gets the ball back again. Has a pocket of space. David Wynne is on his shoulder, but he's forced back in field. Passes the ball nicely. On they go in again. Colin Brady. Back towards Gary Sice. He's going from out the country. Won't be happy with that. That one's a good bit off. They're 5th wide of the game. Matthew Cooley has been introduced.
Yeah, and I see Dara Silk warming up as well. I know Dara has been away in America for a good bit of the summer, but he's a top quality forward. And I'm surprised he hasn't seen action with 5 minutes of ordinary time to go, plus whatever injury time we've left. He's a fella that has graced Galway panels, and he's a really good footballer. So I would imagine he will see action before the evening is up. Ronan Steed comes off for Matthew Cooley. Looks like Conor Cunningham might be gone to around the middle of the pitch, or Dylan Wall might be gone to around the middle of the pitch. This will be big. If Moycullen can get over the line here, it'll be a big win for them in terms of confidence.
Absolutely, but a good bit of football to be played yet. But 4.5 minutes plus injury time. On come Corofin again with Sice. He'll be disappointed with that effort a couple of moments ago, trying to correct the wrongs as he's soloing forward up the left wing. Has to pop the ball in field. It's Cooley straight away. Might have got a clip. He's down on the floor either way. Physios are starting to run on, but on comes up the pitch with the football, most importantly, is Paul Kelly. Back towards Davern. Davern now, again, he's covered a lot of miles up forward so far. Up towards the danger man, the team captain, Keneally. Cuts in field. Happy to hold on to the possession of the football here. Almost teasing the Corofin defence. Just pops the ball all the way back. Cullen now, will they go a bit more streetwise with 4 minutes of action plus whatever additional time we have to be added on here. Dara Silk, as Barry rightly said a couple of moments ago, looks like he's getting ready to be introduced. But it's still Moycullen with the football. Tight play down here, but Kelly finds a pocket of space, and in comes Keane Dean. Gets it back to 1-2, and now he's breaking down towards the goal. Pops it in field, it goes behind. It's been half cleared, picked up by Corofin. Just about turn it over. It could have been curtains there. Jason Leonard now is under a bit of pressure. Gets the free. Battles the possession of the football. A bit of wrestling going on. Bernard Power given an option. I think we'll have the substitution take place. Dara Silk is already on the pitch. I didn't see a player coming off here. Either way, he comes storming down the right wing. But here with the football is Dylan Wall. Cutting down that wing. It's a heavy solo. He hits a hit. Ooh, I'm not sure about that one, Barry. I think that ball was ahead of him and then he leaned in. There was contact, but was it stretching either way? Yeah,
games like this, last couple of minutes, they're tight, they're tense. Every decision is going to be fought for. So, look, decisions like that go with you sometimes, go against you other times. I think it was probably a right decision. In fairness to Dylan Wall, he has carried the fight to Moycullen all day long. As I said, it'll be interesting to see how Dara Silk goes. For me, Owen Kelly has been excellent in this game as well.
That's not what you expect with Corofin, is it?
Poor from Corofin, poor use of the ball. Interesting that they haven't looked at, we've spoken about how good Desi Keneally has been. He's been absolutely excellent. Interesting they haven't looked maybe at putting Cahill Silk on him. They've left Gavin Burke on him all day. Gavin's an excellent footballer, but when Desi Keneally is in form like this, best footballers in the country will find it difficult to mark him. Sean Kelly's hand pass was intercepted there by Conor Cunningham, but it breaks towards Cook. He goes outside of the right. But it's been gobbled up over there, Corofin. A couple of bodies down. It's one hell of a collision there. Sean Kelly is almost dragging his leg as he desperately gets back towards goal. Corofin on the attack on the far side. Finding a pocket of space here. That's clever from Ian Burke. Goes around the corner, strikes it. He gets it. Back to a 1 point ball game. About a minute and a half to go. Burke's second point since he's been introduced. Another substitution. Brian Cogger is also making his way in for Corofin. They're rolling out the dice here. But we wanted a grandstand finish. We've certainly got that now. It's an excellent game of football and it's an excellent competition. It's, both teams going at it hell for leather, and it's exactly what we looked for. You have to give it to Sean Kelly. Could have easily stayed down there. Big clash with Conor Cunningham. Up and looking to get back into that defensive line straight away. He's such a leader for Moycullen, and he's a guy that will do everything he possibly can for the jersey, be it on two legs or one. Yeah, so a minute of action to go here in Pearse Stadium. It's Moycullen leading by Corofin by a point, 113 to 112. Big press on here, and 2 minutes to be added on here as well. So still time. DePuer boots the ball out long. Up go the bodies, goes over the lot. Dylan McHugh comes back, scampers, picks up the loose ball, and on they go. Is there time for an equaliser? Even a bit more. Still a lot of football to be played. Corofin taking their time. Dylan Caddy now. Pops a little hand pass up towards Wall. They've pushed everyone forward. Nice little ball down towards Farrer. Passes the ball in field, gets the 1-2 on the 45. Punches the ball down the line. There's room, time and space. Moycullen have retreated deeper, but in comes a big hand. And now they go for the counter-attack. Bernard Power is desperately trying to get back in goal. It's Keneally on the goal. Will he do a comer? No, he cuts inside. He might be fouled. On he goes. He's still going. He's down the ground for the second occasion. He punches the air. He knows how big of a moment that is. They can convert this. But Keneally, he's got a wonderful array of points here so far. 6 in total. But that moment is probably as vital as any score that he's got. Yeah, he carried the ball brilliantly. In fairness, Gavin Burke had very little choice. Peter Cook was powering through the middle if Desi could have found him. Huge turnover from Moycullen, and Corofin had committed so many bodies to attack. We see Matthew Cooley down there. Looks like he picked up a nasty shoulder injury, so we hope that he'll be okay. Here comes Keneally with the free. So certainly put a bit of daylight between the sides in the terms of, has he got it? Of course he's got it. Would you ever have doubted him? The sharpshooter has shot the lights out here. Moycullen 114, Corofin 112. We've a minute played of the two, so one more attack. Corofin might nearly need a goal now at this rate. On they come. Everyone back around the house. There's nobody down to our left-hand side. Malloy now. On he comes. Down the left wing with the ball. Will they go along with a Hail Mary or will they run it? They're running it for now. Cuts back in field. Options left, right and centre. It comes back around the corner here. Dara Silk. Up towards, on comes a gum. Gavin Burke now coming, running. Surrounded by a few. Back towards Burke. Everyone pinned back. Silk again. Still running. Everyone back. Bernard Power is almost inside the 65. This is like basketball. On we come again. Around the corner. Leonard, will he take a shot? No, back towards Silk. Silk now. Punches out dangerous little pass back through the line, but they find a pocket of space. And there's room over the left-hand side here. Can they get through?
bearing down a goal. They're getting closer, still working their way through. Hand pass comes out the field. This is remarkable. Everyone pinned back inside the 45. On they come through. It's a powerful run. It's into traffic. Colin Brady's coming through, comes back. The shot comes in. Where's it going to go? It's going to hang. It's going to dribble out. Will it be kept in play? It's out for a 45. So still time, Barry. They'll probably have to nail this and win the kick out, you feel?
Yeah, the Moycullen full back line didn't look hugely comfortable as Kieran Malloy lobbed in a high one there. They're probably going to have Bernie Powers, probably going to have to drop this one in. I don't think they'll have time to get this score and get another one, so they have to go for goal in this one. What a finish.
Well, remarkable scenes here now. Everyone almost inside the 21 here from both sides. Bernard Power is running up towards to join the crowd as well. This must be it. There's going to be a chipped effort coming in here from Dylan Canny. He's just going to sandwich it in. Up it goes. It's not a great connection. Moycullen overturned it. And there goes the full-time whistle. A big, big victory for Moycullen. They've defeated Corofin by 114 to 112. What a game of football.
Yeah, you can see what it means to Moycullen players and management. You know, this is a big win, and that's the respect that Corofin are held in. You get a win over Corofin at any stage of a championship, you know you've earned it. You know that you've bet a really, really good team, and you know what? This really whets the appetite for if these two teams meet at a later stage. I would imagine both will progress out of their group, make it into the knockout stages, throw in the Tuam Stars and the Montbellew Mylocks. The knockout stages of the Galway Championship are going to be very, very interesting and very, very high quality. Excellent game. Both teams deserve huge credit. 2 points in it, but in reality, very, very even competition. And as I said, meet later on in the championship. There's no guarantee who's going to come out on top of that one.
I'm already looking forward to it, show those teams collide. I won't even ask for man of the match. It seems like a foregone conclusion. Look, there was great performances up and down the team. You can go through the roll of players there. But Desi Keneally just shot the lights out in a wonderful exposition of shooting.
Unbelievable exhibition. Probably one of the best exhibitions of forward play you're likely to see in Pearse Stadium for this year and in years to come. He just led the line. Probably very disappointed with his penalty in the first half, but that didn't make any difference to him. He was excellent in the second half, excellent in the first half. But there are players all over the pitch. You don't want to do anyone just injustice by leaving them out, but you'll have to give man of the match to Desi Keneally. I thought he was absolutely excellent. And you know what? There's arguments over split seasons and stuff like that, but it's wonderful to see a game like this between two clubs that in years gone by, later on in the year, might have been marred by poor weather conditions. It gave the opportunity for these two teams to really go at each other, show what they can do. They didn't disappoint, and Galway club football is in a very, very strong position. Yeah,
we'll certainly hope you enjoyed that, because that was one hell of a game of football here between two of the big sides. Don't forget the action will continue tomorrow. Our two stream games are Clare Galway versus Monoway Abbey. Barry, you'll have an eye on that one as well tomorrow.
Yeah, and in fairness, we spoke about Owen Gallagher. We also have to mention Moycullen are without James McLaughlin. So two huge players from Moycullen, and it shows the strength and depth of their panel that they can come out with a victory missing those two guys.
And the second game then in Tuam Stadium is certainly one to capture the imagination as well. Saltillock Nacara, John O'Mahony's side. The biggest test of the lot so far, 2 victories out of 2, but they're playing reigning champions Montbellew Mylocks. Again, a game that needs no introduction.
Yeah, it's at the same golfing terms, it's moving weekend, and it's the first weekend that we've seen the real heavyweights of the championship come and meet each other. Moycullen have come out on top of this one. Who knows who'll come out on top of the one tomorrow evening. Montbellew Mylocks will be favourites. I saw Taylor brimming with confidence. Saw Rob Finnerty and Tom O'Culhan down in front of me. I'm sure Val Daly will have a plan to try and curtail the influence those two fellas will have on the game. But I'm sure no better man than John O'Mahony to come up with something to make sure that they are big players in that game. So anyone that's in Tuam Stadium tomorrow evening is in for a real thrilling encounter.
Well, there we go. Speaking of thrilling encounters, there's been one hell of a ball game here. Moycullen have come out advantage. They have defeated Corofin by 114 to 112. We've hoped you've enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon. Slán agus Spannach.